Hey y'all, hey! Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about my planner lineup for 2020. Quick, brief synopsis. Started planning in like April, May. Before that I was bullet journaling for a couple months. Bullet journal was just a smidge too much work for me as far as having to create a monthly layout every month and weekly layouts and all that. It was just, I'm creative, but it was just taking way too much time for me. I'm lazy at the same time, let's be honest. Then in April, I bought my first Classics color block / student layout happy planner. Wasn't really too happy with it, didn't really like it, so I switched to a big vertical. This is before I knew that there was different sizes. Mind was blown. So I had the big for a while and I was using that as my catch-all, my everyday, and I had turned my color block into my YouTube planner, but it just wasn't working for me. I wanted to have them in one space. I wanted to be able to travel with my planners if need be and have it not take up a whole lot of space. And the big was just a smidge too big for me. It was really just too big for me. I always had leftover space. I am a white space planner, but it was too much. Just too big. I couldn't carry it around. I couldn't just pick up, grab and go the way I wanted to. And then I found out about a mini, but the mini was too small for me. And so I decided not to use the mini as much. I usually just take that to work, and I mostly use it for the calendar so I can keep track of the days of the week and what our productivity is at work. And I use the mini notes pages for taking notes. When we have meetings or when we have important things going on or important conversations are being said, I usually go back and write that stuff down, and I keep that notebook at work. So I decided about September that I needed a classic. Let me go back. In August, I decided I was going to switch to a dashboard. So that's when I bought the dashboard for my YouTube planner. And I buy it off of a buy-sell. I bought it off of a buy-sell trade group from a wonderful person. It was cute. I loved it. It was gorgeous. It was an 18-month. But it was almost too colorful. I am very plain Jane. I like what I like. I know what I like. I don't like a lot of busy patterns. I don't like a lot of color. I like a lot of cool tones, if you can't tell from the bedding. And different textures and stuff. I said all that to say, it was too colorful. I liked the layout, but it was too colorful, and I ended up having to cover a lot of things every time I wanted to use it. So then that's when they started talking about the new Planner Girls and what was going to be launched for 2020, and I was in full FOMO, fear of missing out, planner girl mode. I wanted to have all the planners that I liked all the time. And then I started really researching Franken planning because I had my catch-all, but I felt like I couldn't really focus because there were so many bullet points that I had that I wanted to add more details to, and I couldn't do that with just one catch-all planner. So that brought me to Franken planning. Now I have 7 or 8 planners that I use in my Franken plan that I call my pre-2020 setup. And I have Teresa Collins, the Homebody Planner, the Stargazer, the Be Well 2020 planner. I have the 18th month Cool Vibes Horizontal planner. And I have the Radiate Positivity Guided Journal, and I also have the Psalms Faith Planner. I'll switch to the overhead view and show you guys my Franken planner that I set up for January 2020 and how I had to tweak some things from practicing these first 2 months for what works for me. So just to go in a little bit more depth, the Teresa Collins will be my catch-all. I make my own budget inserts. The Homebody will be my wellness. The Homebody will be my meal plan, which will lead me into my wellness planner. The Stargazer is my YouTube planner. The Cool Vibes will be my reading planner, or not really planner, but I'm gonna put what I'm reading there. in my notes from that. And then I'll have an additional section in the back just for notes and filler paper for when I want to jot extra notes down when I'm doing YouTube stuff or in my catch-all. And I'll also show you any add-ins that I use in my planner to help me plan and stay focused. So let's get into all of it. So here is my Franken planner for 2020. This is the Stargazer cover from the Stargazer Happy Girl Planner. And I really like this planner. I really like the cover. I even like the inside. But I might change it. Originally, I set this up at the beginning of November. And since then, I've realized a lot of self-growth and self-development. So I'm thinking I may change this out to represent that in the new year. I put it on rose gold expander disc because first off, this don't fit on the classic. It's too chunky, honey. So I just wanted to make sure I had extra space because when I plan, I do a lot of add-ons, a lot of half sheets and stuff like that. So this is what it's looking like. It's all Franken planned already. I used dashboards that I had from various, oh, you can't see that. There we go. I used dashboards that I had from various planners and accessory packs. And a lot of these I bought off of the Buy Sell Trade groups on Facebook. Don't sleep on them, honey. They save your coinage, I'm telling you. So before I get into how this is set up, I'm gonna show you the planners that I used to set this up. Whew! There is my stack, y'all. On top of these guts, bits, and pieces. So we're gonna go in order of how I have them set up in my actual Franken plan. Okay, so here is my Teresa Collins, aka Catch-All. I bought it from Staples. I went and bought all my planners in person. I love this cover. I love it because it's simple. It's just, it gets the job done. My biggest issue with Happy Planner is it's very busy, but I don't necessarily like the tool or the art planners. I haven't really gotten to those. I like the versatility of a Happy Planner. I like that I can just go straight in about 4 stores and just pick it up. So, and it's one of the stores where I work as a part-time, so it works out. So this is the cover. I took out the inside dashboard because I'm using that in my, not dashboard, the intro page. That's actually the intro page that I'm using in my Franken plan. Also, I have been making copies of the months that correlate with November and December. I made copies of those so that I can start using my Franken planner now without having to actually use my Franken planner. So this is Ode, and starts off in March because January and February are already in my Franken planner. So I just like it because it's nice, it's simple. These are the colors, that's it, that's all. It's not a whole bunch of hoopla. Just this peachy color, some dots, peachy color all the way through. That's why I love it. Nice, basic. I can color it however I want. This white balance is too bright. Hold on. There we go. Let's tone it down just a taste. But so I love it, I love it, I love it. Catch-all. This is the catch-all. So the next section in my planner is actually my budget section, and I'll have to show you my current planner for that. My, what I like to call my pre-2020 Franken planner. So I recently began making my own inserts. So this is version 1, super rough draft. I do have to edit some of it. But these are my budget inserts. I put a little washi on the side for the Christmas spirit. Just for my adulting is my bills, cash envelopes, seeking funds, super savings. And I just have a few sheets of that because I budget paycheck by paycheck. And then I have an expense tracker, or two, yeah. An expense tracker, bill pay checklist, so I can verify that I paid all my bills that month and what amounts I paid. And then any notes that I want to use, that I need to use so that I can remind myself come January, these are the things that I did in December that worked. And this is what did it. So that is my inserts. This planner, which was my old color block planner, I have the cover on the outside of my Stargazer, and that's why there's no cover to these. But this was actually the cover of the planner, as ironic as that is. I'm using the monthly calendar from this and the currently page, and what I do is I glue these two together so that when I do my budget, this is my budget, put my bills and all that, and then you flip this way, and then I have the currently page on the inside of that month. I put my paychecks here, any past 2 bills, I usually cover this up. And important dates, this right here, I usually put what baby step I'm on and how I'm working towards in my progress. And then I do put birthdays right here because birthdays, when I buy certain people birthday presents, that does come out of my budget, and I want to be cognizant and conscious and aware of, cognizant might not have been the right word, but conscious and aware of any money that needs to go out that is not a usual expense. So this is how I have been using that for my budget. And all I did was I just took all the weeklies out, and right here I just have the monthly tabs, the calendar, and the currently pages. So that's what I have in this stack here, my wellness. And the reason why I want to put my wellness next, because that is something that I want to fill out every day. And my budget planner, I do not fill out every day. I do it usually when I get paid, and then I fill it out the day before I get paid because I usually do my budget then. And then I also write down any expenses for that past pay period. So that's why I want to put my wellness right after the budget. So catch-all, budget, wellness. And I love how this wellness planner is set up. It's a cross between the, I love how this is set up. It's a cross between the Healthy Hero and the Fitness. So it has intention, nourish, movement, take note. How I plan on using this is I plan on putting my Fitbit screenshot. I actually got this idea from Stephanie from an old Happy Planner video when she was talking about her wellness. But I want to put a screenshot of my Fitbit, the steps that I did, those, you know, daily. I hit my goals Monday through Wednesday, Sunday through Wednesday mostly, but Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are usually difficult for me because I cannot wear my Fitbit at work. So I need to start getting those steps in before work. Nourish. Here I want to put my highlight of the day, what was the positive or negative thing that happened to me for that day. And then down here I want to put any exercising that I did outside of regular walking around, like went for a walk for 45 minutes, went to the gym for a half hour, you know, those things I want to put here that may not be an everyday thing, but it's still something I want to attempt to do. Down here I want to actually do these prompts. This I like, it's pretty basic. The colors only alternate to, I think it's like 2 colors, 2 or 3. Maybe I'm lying to myself, but the only part that's colored is this middle section, which is what I can live with. I don't have a problem with that. So I like this. I like that it's very muted. It's not very loud colors. So yes, I am excited about my wellness, and I think this will help me severely with my mental health and not trying to fall into depression or being too hard on myself. I think this will be great because I'm using this as mental and physical wellness, not one or the other. I'm combining that in this one section. So that's my wellness. And after wellness, I am going to have the cutest planner, the Homebody. This is my meal plan. Originally I was going to use this for YouTube, but now I'm using this as my... I am so out of focus. Okay, how I plan on using this is Monday is usually some kind of Spanish influenced dish. One, because it's quick and easy, and two, because I grew up in Cali and we have Taco Tuesday, and I have not found a place in Indiana that does Taco Tuesday right. They come close, but it don't have enough, you know, it don't have enough of that splair for me, you know. I don't feel it in my bones. Anyway, so I usually cook Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Usually Wednesday is a crock pot meal to carry us over, and if I cook Friday, it's usually something just to last us Saturday and Sunday because we're tired of eating whatever the crock pot is, so a little differentiation. And then here will be my grocery list. Here will be any household items I need to pick up, like toilet tissue, feather duster, Febreze, those type of things. This is going to be for any important dates that week or anything important that's happening that would hinder my day of cooking or hinder any meals that I have going on. And then the focus will just be any notes that I need to jot down to myself regarding the meal plan. On this side of the page, I plan on putting the days that I cook, putting the meal and the grocery list. Got this, like I said, I got this idea from Fly by the Seat of Her Plans, which I found out actually got the idea from, I'm gonna think of her name in a minute. Coffee Planner Mom. And so that's how they used it, and I was like, that is a great idea. And I like, once again, I like this planner because it's muted. It's not a whole lot of color. I don't mind this little bit. I don't mind this little very light green hint, because versus my this is from my other dashboard planner. It was just, this color was just too much for me. It was too much color. I ended up having to redo a lot of things, so yeah, that was a whole thing. So now this is the new thing. It is now going to be my meal plan, which I think is great for it to be after my wellness, because it was not something that I will go into every day, and it is something that correlates to the wellness. So I'm trying to make sure that it's a smooth transition into every subject and not too much going on. So that's my Homebody, and that's what I plan on using that for. Stargazer planner. What you see, this is the back of a cover. This is the Homebody, the Stargazer came on the classic metal disc. I didn't get the blue Stargazer one, even though I really wanted the blue disc, but I decided that if and when I really wanted one, I would just purchase it just because I want the disc. But that's not a top priority, you know, trying to get rid of FOMO and trying to do all the things because everybody else is doing all the things. So this is my Stargazer planner, and I love it because the colors are jewel tones, and those are my colors. I love it. But I plan on using this planner for my YouTube. And the reason being, I haven't decided how I'm going to use this currently page yet. Just because I do want to follow, I think I should follow the prompts like gratitude. I should put, what I'm grateful for is the subscribers that I do have and the people who watch my channel, even though I blab a lot. I just haven't decided how I'm going to use it just yet. I'm still researching some ideas. Monthly layout, I want to put my filming schedule and videos that I actually posted in that month, you know, because I'm not very good with posting, so I want to be able to have somewhere where I can keep track. Then these pages right here, haven't exactly decided how I'm going to use the habit trackers on this page yet, but this I want to put the list of videos that I plan on filming that month in the check it off section. Any little notes or anything that I need to get for those videos I want to put in the jot it down section. This I want to put my goals for that month. Just a quick phrase for my goal for that month. Like, my goal for this month was just begin filming, begin being intentional. So that was my goal for this month. I like how it has this intentions, but I want to use this as like a check off after the end, at the beginning of the month. How am I feeling about my YouTube? Am I feeling good about it? You know, blah, blah, blah. I might cover up relationships, home, finance, and community. I might cover those up and put something else in that space. This I think I'm just going to use for notes or more videos. If I come up with more ideas than what is allotted for this space. In reflection, I actually, I sound like my little cousin now. He loves to say actually. Actually, for reflections, I just probably use the jotted down the reflections just for notes. I might actually use the reflection to reflect, but I have not completely decided on that because I feel like that is a lot of reflecting that I'll be doing in my life. It's good and bad. And then for the daily list, I'm going to use this to use it as a to-do and a checklist for each one of my videos. So Franken plan, setup, to do, film and filming, I need to show this, and this. Editing, I need to do this, and this. Thumbnail, blah, blah, blah. Just as list of lists. Because as my cousin Bridget calls me, I am a half sheet queen. And I noticed I was using a lot of half sheets to do my YouTube things when I had this whole list section that I wasn't using to the best of its ability, because I originally was trying to use this as a meal plan and it just wasn't working out. So I switched this with the homebody. Boom, magic, it works perfect. I'm very happy, very excited, and I'm ready to get some things done. So it's just a list, and then after a couple pages of list, there's a notes section. The notes, I haven't really decided if I'm going to really use them for the notes for my YouTube video, or if I'm going to use either half sheets or filler paper for that. I'm leaning more towards filler paper only because this note, it's only 2 pages of notes, and I like notes. I write a lot of notes, so I need more space. So I may just use this page and put all of the thumbnails for my videos for that month on here as a way to like memory plan my YouTube. So that is my Stargazer and what I plan on using that for. And then the next section after that will be my rating log. I am trying to, as you can see, I got this on clearance, baby. Yes, ma'am. This is the only horizontal planner I have ever bought. It's the only one I have ever liked. Blue is my jam. It's my color. I love it. This is the 18th month, and I use it for taking notes. I didn't take very many notes last month because I didn't do very much reading because I was in, like I said, I was in a funk all this. From the end of summer, beginning like around my birthday, I always go into the self-awareness type of thing within myself. So I was in a little bit of a funk. Long story short, I was in a little bit of a funk and I did not do any reading, but I do want to use this for reading, like professional reading. Like right now, I'm really trying to pick back up the 48 Laws of Power. I read the first 2.5 laws in an hour. Like, it's definitely an easy, good read, but it makes you think about yourself and how you interact with people. So that's why I'm using the reading log to log all of that. Or I plan to, once I get my life together. That's my reading log. And then, originally, I have my guided journal, and I was going to put this as the very first thing in my planner. since then, I have decided that, I put some extra pages in here. Since then, I have decided that I am not going to use this as my, so originally I was going to use this and in the front, the guided journal. I believe this is the Radiate Positivity. Yes, I believe this is Radiate Positivity. Before, I wanted to put this in the very beginning of my planner, so every day I could do this, and focus on this, and this will be one of the first things I do in the day. Since then, I have decided that I'm going to use this as an as-needed basis journal. Because I'm going to be journaling in my wellness, I'm going to be doing my reading journal. I didn't want to add too much to my plate. And I bought this off of a buy sell trade group. All the other planners I bought either at Joann's. I think I ran to Michael's for one planner. Yeah. Either Joann's, Michael's, and then I got my Teresa Collins from Staples. But this I bought off a buy sell trade group. And I am thinking of just using a page here and there when those days when I'm feeling particular down and I just have a lot in my mind and I need something to center me and bring me back focus. So that's what I plan on using my guided journal for. And you know, just pull out a page and be like, I need to do this by myself, get my life together. I need to focus. This was the last edition. Other than that, I will have a notes section with filler paper. But these are my planners for 2020 that I plan to use to Frankenplan. Also, when I was discussing changing covers, this is the cover that I think I might change to, just for the first couple weeks. Okay, this thing ain't trying to let me live, y'all. Jesus, I'm leaving that dot there. I'm not about to play with it. Just for the first couple weeks, because I feel like it just says how I'm feeling right now. I might even put this on my planner today, because this just explains how I'm feeling right now. New year, new feels, new chances, same dreams, baby. We're gonna accomplish our dreams in 2020. We're gonna at least put in the first couple steps of our dreams, because my dream is to own a house. And right now, I'm not living that dream. I'm living that renter lifestyle. So, same dreams, fresh start. I love that. I love what it says. So this is my setup for 2020 for my Franken planner. I also have a faith planner. It's the Psalms faith planner. I don't have it sitting next to me. I really don't want to show it. Maybe I'll show the cover of it. I'll go grab the cover. I'll show it, the outside. This is my faith planner, and I have been making, this is what started me making copies of planners to use right now instead of waiting. But I have been making copies of the months whose dates correlate with the month that I'm in now. So like for December, I copied March, I believe, of next year. Yes, I copied March of next year because it starts and ends on the same date. So the only thing I have to add is 31 for the new year. But I'm using this. I use the Mary and Martha Plans by Shakisha Sims and Lisa Mack. And I have been using that, their scripture of the day, to really focus and give my first 10 minutes back to God. Because I came up on a Shakisha Sims video on a humbug, and she was speaking about how she always gives her first back to God. And I need to get back to that. That's how I focus. That's how I stay grounded. If you don't believe in religion, baby, this ain't for you. This is just for me. I'm just speaking on behalf of myself. Whoever you serve, or the universe, whatever you believe, that's you, boo-boo. But this is what Sydney needs to do for Sydney's sanity, okay? Let me just nip that in the bud right now. So this is what I'll be using, what I am using and will continue to use. It stays on my bedside table. And as soon as I wake up in the morning, I give those first few minutes of my life to God. When I do that, my days end up so much better. Maybe it's just because I came out with a fresh, positive outlook. I don't know, but it works for me. It has been working. I'm going to continue to do it because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, child. So that is my Franken planner setup for 2020. I appreciate all you guys for watching. I will be introducing more of my planning and how I plan and why I plan into my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you guys. See ya. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Stay tuned.